Every single day I get comments about people not getting any impressions on their YouTube videos, and everyone knows you need impressions and you need average video duration to actually even compete with other videos in your niche. And some of you guys just don't get any impressions, and in this video we'll cover exactly that, why your videos are stuck at 0 impressions and how to fix it. So after you've watched this video, you will fully understand how to go from literally 0 impressions, as we see right there, to actually getting views on YouTube and making some money. All right, now just so you can see here's one real life example where we started a channel three kind of videos in, and we started getting views, monetized this channel very shortly after that, and actually made like $2,800 in the first month. So in this video, as I said, you will know exactly how to go from this to this. A lot of value in this video, so make sure to watch the full video. And yes, for the people who don't know who I am, I'm Stefan, 24 years old, currently make between $30,000 and $40,000 a month with my own faceless YouTube channels, constantly starting new ones, as we can see right here. And then I've posted 2 videos that made me, the one made me $30,000 and the other one made me $12,000. So just 2 videos made me $42,000. I've scaled the channel from literally 0 to $48,000 in just 30 days. How did I come to 38? But $48,000 in just 30 days. And I've helped hundreds of other people do the exact same thing. Like for example here, Martins, we've helped to scale up to $31,000 in a single month. Then here, the student, $24,000 in a single month. Here we can see it. And then not only them, let me show you some smaller kind of results here. Matthew, who monetized 2 channels in just 7 weeks of working with me. Here another student really gaining some traction. Here another one actually completely blowing up his channel, and then here one doing $18,000 a month. Now if you guys are interested in the exact same help as all of these guys got, then check out the first link in the video description, book a call with me, and let's see how we can work one-on-one together and actually scale up your faceless YouTube channel. Now that being said, let's get into the video. So first we need to understand, what is an impression? Like, why do we need impression? Why do we need impressions? What is an impression? So impressions are basically how many times your thumbnails were shown to viewers on YouTube. Now, if you don't get any impressions, YouTube is currently not giving you the chance, or it's not giving you the chance for anyone to click on your videos, right? And then impressions are always broken down into 2 different parts, and that's going to be your thumbnail and your title. Then how often viewers watched a video after seeing your thumbnail, this then makes up the click-through rate, all right? So this is kind of, the click-through rate is basically how many times, let's say for example, YouTube pushes your video out 100 times, then you get 100 impressions. If 10 of these people click on your video, then you have a 10% click-through rate, all right? Now, how does YouTube actually share our content? Now, you guys have to understand that YouTube actually shares our content in tiers, okay? Now, it's first going to show our content to a small tier, or to a small group of people. And if these people actually click on our video, watch the video, all of these things, then it's going to push it to a larger tier, then to an even larger tier. And, if we're not even getting any impressions, how do we get pushed here? All right, just kind of, and all of that I'll explain to you guys in this video, but I just want to show you guys how YouTube kind of pushes the videos. And that's why we very often see, like, not getting any views, getting some views, flatline, then again, we kind of see these stays, and that's because YouTube kind of pushes your video down these tiers, all right? Now, important, YouTube can push your video down these tiers if you're not getting any impressions. And that's where your whole account setup and your trust score comes into play. All right. There are different kind of YouTube accounts. I think most of you guys know these different accounts already, but we have a brand new account, we have a aged account, we have a personal account, and we have a pre-monetized account. Now, personal accounts usually do tend to get impressions way quicker than any of these other accounts. Now, the reason for that is very simple, because in the end of the day, YouTube is trying to avoid channels that just view farm. And the view farm accounts, or the view farm kind of people, can very easily get access to a brand new account, an aged account, or a pre-monetized account, but they cannot get like access to personal accounts. Personal accounts have like kind of the best amount of trust from YouTube. Now, a personal account is basically the YouTube account that you are privately using to watch YouTube videos, okay? Now, if you have already used your personal account, I'd then recommend you to use a brand new account or a aged account. Now, the aged accounts aren't as good as they were. okay? They aren't as good as they were because anyone can buy them. They were like insane back in the days, but now they're not that good anymore, okay? Then we come to pre-monetized accounts. I would not recommend at all to use a pre-monetized account, except if you're going into some kind of trendy niche. Now, when you actually buy a aged account, you have to keep in mind that the account age does not matter. So accounts from 2006 aren't any stronger than a newer one. So anything before 2025 works about the same, and don't overpay for age just because of the year. All right. So as long as you get any account that's under like young or older than 2025, you're good to go. Okay. Now we want to protect our channel from day one. This is super important. This is not going to give you a bunch of impressions, but I'll show you in a second, like what you can do, how you can test accounts and all of these things. All right. Now we want to protect our channel from day one. So we want to use a different email address for every single account we start. We want to use different AdSense accounts. This can be done by creating LLCs. Then we want to use different browsers and different Chrome profiles. All right. Now, no, you don't need any proxies or anti-detect or anything like that to kind of keep your account or to kind of boost your trust score. This is largely a myth for trust purposes. Okay. Now, we want to warm up our account to increase our trust score. Now, here comes the thing. If your trust score is super bad, warming up your account won't help. Okay, just want to say that. I'll show you guys in a second how you can test the trust score. Now, we warm up our accounts to increase our trust score. Now, again, if your trust score is super trash, like this won't help. Okay, now the trust score is basically how much YouTube trusts our channel. Okay, and this is also something you see, like if there is no trust from the platform on our channel, they're not going to push our videos as they should be. But want to kind of do everything in our power to make sure that YouTube is actually going to push our videos. Now, what accounts do need to be warmed up? So we need to warm up new accounts and aged accounts. How do we warm them up? We use them as a normal user. We watch 1 to 2 hours of content per day. We subscribe, comment, and like to different kind of YouTube videos. Very important is that we do not spam, because if you're going to spam, you might have a good trust score account already. And if you're going to spam these, your trust score is absolutely going to tank. Now, do this for 1 week plus to lower the risk of a low trust score. Then, quick note, always have 1 to 2 warmed up channels ready to go, because once we pick a niche, we want to move. We don't want to take too long, all right, with that. Now, how do we actually go ahead and test if it's a good account or not? So we record a 3 to 4 minute phone video, just a walk, a drive, a room tour. The content really does not matter. Then we log into a fresh or purchased account and upload the video to that channel. Okay, so that can be either a brand new account or even an aged account. And then we check the impressions like 24 hours later. If the impressions are like literally dead, so 0 to 50 impressions, the account is dead and I would not use it. If you have at least like 200 to 400 impressions, it's usable and good enough, but it's still not kind of the best. And if you have 1,000+ impressions, you have high trust and ready to post real niche content. Now, let me show you just one example. So here we can see, I can just reload this for you guys. So if we reload this, this is just as an example, a test that we made. You guys can check it out. Like, waves are crazy. For the people who don't know, I really like fishing. So I just kind of filmed the video like here. Just put my phone down and filmed right here in the side. You can actually even see my mom. But I just filmed, I just put my phone down and filmed, right? And this video right here actually got 450 impressions and a 3% click-through rate. Crazy. Even 19 views. But here we can see, like, it's the most random video, but YouTube is still kind of pushing it. And 24 hours, I had around about 366 impressions, but the impressions are moving up. So might use this account, by the way. Now, for the guys who are going to look this up, I'm probably going to take that video down before you guys can look this up, all right? Because I don't want to hurt this account, So just so everyone knows. Now that you've got an account and that YouTube actually trusts, if you have an account like that, the next problem is actually the niche you're going to put into it, because this also makes a huge difference if YouTube is actually going to trust you or not, all right? And this is something we'll kind of cover as well in this video. So make sure to not switch off now, because there's a lot of important things still coming, all right? Now, the next thing, anti-detecting proxies. So let me be really honest here. 90%, 99% of you guys do not need any anti-detector proxies, or most of you just lack fundamental knowledge in YouTube. I've worked with hundreds of people and we have never, ever used any anti-detector proxy softwares. If we look just as an example here, Familie Heim, they were really struggling, didn't get the channels off the ground, were actually struggling. And we just changed up a few things, as we can see here. We changed up a few things, and yes, this works. And we hit 1,000 subscribers just after that. And that was actually the first channel that they monetized with us. Very shortly after that, I just want to show you this in real time right here. They've actually monetized the 4th channel already, which is super cool. All right, you can see here, all of this is live. Now, if you guys want the exact same kind of help, the same support, check out the first link in the video description. Book a call with me and let's see if we can make it work and absolutely crush it together. All right, build some real channels. Now, yeah, here's a good example where we just made a few changes, as we can see here. And then keep in mind, if you are looking for the exact same kind of help, book a call. All right, I've already mentioned that. Now, patience is always also a big thing, all right? We're currently in August 2026, and patience is key. YouTube takes way longer to push out new channels and often leaves them at 0 impressions before giving an initial push. So sometimes if you really believe in a niche, just keep posting, post 15 videos or something, and YouTube will push it. YouTube takes longer to push, but in best case, do test your channels with this. This is always kind of going to speed it up a bunch. All right. Now, what I like to do is, because some niches are not good, some of you guys are niches that will never get views. Okay. So I follow this exact kind of process with every niche I get into to avoid spending money on videos that will never work. So we see people going into niches, like health, luxury, these kind of niches, and posting, copying other videos one-on-one. That's not going to work. All right. You can post as much as you want. If a niche is super saturated, YouTube is not going to push you. Okay. Except if you have an insane account. All right. So first thing we always do is niche research. Now, what kind of niches do we actually look for? So when we're doing niche research, we're looking for, niches where they are under 5 smaller channels creating content in this niche that are constantly getting more views than they have subscribers. This means there's high demand and low supply. For you guys already know, I'm always preaching niche research, because it is the most important thing. A lot of people are looking at the video quality and these kind of things. You have to always keep in mind that niche, video topic, packaging. Without these 3 things, nobody's going to see your videos. Okay, so these 3 things are going to be the most important thing. So the first thing you're going to do before you do anything else is obviously niche research. So put a lot of time into it. Then we want to look at that there are no channels with over 100,000 subscribers, no smaller channels failing. The niche is not older than 6 months. If the niche is older than 6 months, in most cases, we'll have channels failing and we'll also have huge channels in that niche. And then I can create better content than my competitors. This can also just be longer content. We'll get into that in a second. Then I'm actually interested in this niche. Not a must, as long as you build a team that has interest in that niche. And then, is the niche monetizable? Super important. Otherwise, you're not going to make money. And then, huge bonus if you can post long videos in that niche, so you have a higher RPM. Okay. Now, very important is this does not need to be 1,000% with all niches you find, but I want you guys to write this down right now. So pause this video, write all of this down, and have this next to you when you're doing niche research, because we really want to get as close as possible to these metrics, because then at least hey, okay, I have a good niche. Okay. Now, once we did some niche research, we then want to go into the account. Which account are we going to use? You guys know which accounts are good, which accounts are bad. We want to test the account, and then we actually get into video topics. So we need 15 video topics at least. Now, how does a perfect video topic actually look like? So you can have the perfect niche, but if your videos suck, your video topics suck, your views are going to suck, your impressions are going to suck as well. All right. So if you look at this here, just as an example, this video here was posted, 2.5 million views about, a cat. If your cat sleeps with you, trying to tell you this. Then this video was posted, exact same video topic, got 200 views. probably the account owner clicked on their own video like 100 times. Joking. But this video obviously did not perform very well. Why did that happen? Because they posted the exact same video as everyone else. Like 100 people already created a video like this. So now YouTube is there and is like, damn, okay, 100 people created the exact same video. So we kind of have to share up the impressions a little bit. And we're still mainly going to push this video because this video, we already know that the audience actually likes, right? So we never ever want to copy videos one-on-one. That's not going to bring us where we want to go, okay? Now we have to understand that the supply and demand is not just important in your niche, but also in the video topics you choose. So how do you actually go ahead and find demand? So we look for recent outlier videos on competitor channels. We look for recent trending formats. And very important is we do not copy popular videos from competitors. This is what everyone does and your videos will 1,000,000% fail, okay? And by the way, this does not need to be only in your niche, okay? You can also look for trending outliers outside of your niche and bring new stuff into your niche, okay? We do not want to copy and paste everything. That's not going to bring you where you want to be. Then how do we find supply? So we use our YouTube search bar and look for how many people have created the exact same video. If it's been done more than 3 times and you don't have a different angle to that specific video, then go ahead and look for a different topic, okay? YouTube will always show the videos to the hardcore fans of that niche first, and if they have already seen the video multiple times, they don't even have a single reason for clicking on your video, except if it follows a different angle, all right? So how does the perfect video topic look like? Perfect topic resonates with your audience. So ask yourself, do they even want to watch this? Some topics sound super interesting but are super boring. Make sure your topic is not boring. Your topic has to be posted on time, especially if it's a trend. And then repeat what has done well in the past. I'll tell you guys more on this later. And leverage negativity. So this year, repeat well on what's done well in the past is obviously, you know, something you can only do once you get views, but also just a few views is enough. So if we look at here, Andre, we actually scaled Andre from 0, just being monetized, to a $30,000 month, as we can see here, in 4 months, which is absolutely crazy. And this was done by doubling down. Like, doubling down is the biggest cheat code you can actually do, okay? Now, as we have the video topics now, you know, when we're just starting out our channel, we do not want to spend too much money on videos. So that's why we're going to do the script with ChatGPT, the voiceover 11 Labs. By the way, this script can be done with any AI tool out there. You don't need to use ChatGPT. You can use anything. For the video editor, we're going to use a freelancer. Now, I like to, you know, keep the cost very low, so $15 to $20 per video with the editors, all right? Then for the thumbnail, a freelancer, or you can do it yourself, or you can even use AI. Now, when it comes to the testing, as I said, we want to keep our budget very low for the video quality because the initial 15 videos are just going to be there to kind of test the niche, all right? It's going to be there to test the niche and to see if we're even getting pushed on these kind of things, all right? Some channels do take longer to get pushed, okay? Now, the video length should be 1.5 times longer than your competitor video. Very simple, because YouTube is always going to push the video that keeps the viewer on the platform for the longest period of time, all right? And if your video is longer, some more people automatically watch longer videos for longer, which is funny, but works, all right? Then for your thumbnail and title, always work with something that has been proven to work in the past. This is super important. I can't stress this enough. Now, once you have that ready, we actually want to get started in posting, all right? So just imagine this is your YouTube studio graph. Now, back in the days, let me show you guys this with a real example. So back in the days, we were actually doing it very simple. So YouTube actually pushed our channels way quicker than it does now. Right now, it takes a little bit longer, but you can still get your channel pushed quite quickly. So what we always did back in the days is we just post a few videos at once, and then, you know, we waited for YouTube to push. Now, one of two things is always going to happen once you start posting your videos is, you know, once you posted the videos and YouTube starts pushing it, that's the only time where you continue to post videos on the channel. Okay, as we can see here, once I got pushed, then I started posting videos on the channel. Okay, now if this does not happen and your channel actually does not get pushed at all, right? So let's say your channel does never reach this point and it never gets pushed, where you then continue to post videos, and it never gets there and it just flatlines, then we actually do not continue to post videos on that channel. Then we actually look into a few reasons why a channel might fail, all right? So you have to ask yourself, was it the niche? Was it maybe the video topics, where the video topics may be super bad? Was it the packaging? Was it the video length? Or was it a bad channel? So many of you guys struggle with one of these things. It's not always like just the channel not giving you impressions, right? But you want to figure out these things. Like you want to look at your niche again, at your video topics again, at your packaging again, at your video length again, and also at your channel again. Okay. Now, in case of the channel failing, as I said, like kind of study and try to understand like, hey, what did I do wrong? Do that better, and then go ahead and restart this process again. So this is kind of what works for us, works very well. I can show you some more channels that are being monetized. If we look here, Maurice, just as an example, monetized the channel in just 13 days. 8 days later, monetized the second channel. Luke monetized the channel in 5 weeks, then had a $900 day. Here, he monetized his channel also super quickly. I don't know the dates now. Here, went from a dead channel to actually getting views again. Here, student monetized. Here, first month being monetized. Channel taking off 1,000 subscribers in 9 days, which is absolutely crazy. So yeah, guys, if you need the exact same kind of help, or you want the exact same kind of help, now again, we're not working with any lazy people, all right? So you'll have to put in the work, otherwise you're not going to get any results. But if you're ready to put in the work, if you're ready to move, then check out the first link in the video description, book a call with me, and let's scale up your faceless YouTube channel. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.